Well, hello there. Welcome to Rikerstown. New map, new terrains, new adventures. Excitement will brew. As we see, we've unlocked everything that we can. And this time we're going to make sure that we kind of don't worry about the money that we're going to spend. And as you see, people are just coming into the city as much as possible. Most of this is all dummy traffic, so one of the first things that I will want to do is to, turn that off. So let's go to our outside connections and make this all one so then that we don't get dummy traffic at all. Alright, too easy. That should easily reduce all of our needs and concerns in this brand new map. And one of the things that I think that we should be able to do is also understand that we are starting out with everything very much unlocked at Megalopolis, so that you understand what our abilities are in the game. So for that, we're going to also make sure that we bring this into a very low speed. We're simply going to bring it to daytime here so that we can make sure that we have plenty of time to build in the sun. So if you didn't know how to do that, that's clearly how you do it. Very simply put. And first up, what we want to be able to do is simply just follow a vehicle as it's driving around. So we do have some things that we will need to fix, like that tunnel we just drove through. You can see in Rikerstown, the entire map is very, very difficult terrain. This map was sent to me by, how can I say this? Someone who has decided to reach out to me and say, hey, you should try this one. So in the description on our YouTube channel, you'll be able to actually find the link for this video for the app that is called Reyoona, or Reyyoona. And basically it's built on a European theme, as you see here. And I turned off all the mobs, picked out the ones that I wanted to start with, and I have to turn off one. So this is the first episode you're actually going to see where we have total terrain tools in here, but normally I only use that for when I'm making maps, but somehow I forgot to turn it off. And luckily for me, I didn't have to make this map. I'm making a map for the future. But let's go ahead and get back in the town, because one of the things that we start out with is this starting grid here. So one of the things I definitely want to do is basically kind of incorporate this area here as a industrial area. So one of the things I'm definitely going to do here is incorporate a larger roundabout here for the road. So we'll be using our little tools here. We'll be going underground, and we definitely want to get that set up, because this is pretty much a two-way road here, or a one-way road. So let's go ahead and get this very much updated, and make sure that we actually get these people into where they need to be with proper lane mathematics. All right, and get them in to these wonderful little roundabouts. So for this, one of the things that we're actually going to do is we're going to just make this pretty much a 6-lane, so that we can actually build things here, right, for the community to come through. Okay, now as you see, we're pretty much forcing these people to go this way. But one of the things that I definitely want to do is just make sure that we get from point A to point B, turn on that enter key, and we're good to go. Now, one of the things that I should probably see if I can do is make it look a little bit nicer. There we go. So 3, 3, there you go. All right, and we're simply going to connect you and you. See how that makes that look. and then take our big roads and we're going to simply upgrade them. Right? Too easy. Right? And where we have these little center points and stuff, this is where we're going to basically kind of come around here with a nice little road that will come over here. And let's take that into here. Let's actually, I guess I have to re-enable the, yeah, let's take that spot right there. Yep. Okay, and it looks like it's below grade, so even better. We'll make sure that this is a straight road, like so. Okay, and we're going to come around over here, bring it in, and bring it down. There you go. So that we can actually clear these buildings here. Okay. All right, and now we're going to take these roads and get them hooked in so that this is a larger roundabout. Like so. Now what we're going to do is basically just bring them in straight like that. And there you go. We're going to make this one slightly different just because we want to be able to make this feel a little weird, not perfect, but natural, because what I want to be able to do is in this underpath put all of our like goods, services, pedestrian transits and stuff, so that in case a bus comes in, they go around, they do what they have to do, or they come all the way around and go forth. We want maximum, you know, flow for this area. So it's going to be very vital for us to do that. And in order to achieve this, we're going to make sure that we also get these guys fully set up in here into these roads and area. So with that, we're just going to make sure that we actually kind of get them keyed in there and brought under so that when we build other things, we can actually very much turn on our anarchy and stuff. See? Take 2 days off and then forget everything. Alright. There you go. We got those under road passes. We'll get our little tiny roads set up here so we can use every square little inch of the area as much as possible. And we want to make sure that we don't mess this up. So we're going to turn off the snapping, bring ourselves right in and connect. And it did connect, so we're good. Every little inch we want to be able to have in the game. So this time we're going to click on the little dot. And as we see in here, we're good. All right, we filled these guys in. Now we're going to grab our little regular road. And we're going to have to spin around. Right, we're going to have to basically, yeah, we're going to have to do it this way. Now, why did it make it like an underground road? Alright, let's see if I can actually get rid of that. Okay, alright. Now, let's see if I can just make this kind of a straight road here. There you go. Alright, and we'll get that filled in later. You can come into over here. And you can come into over there. Alright, so now we got those guys pretty well set up. one of the first things I may want to do is figure out like where we want our bus depot and stuff, and then go from there. So first things first, let's get these guys a little bit more level. There you go. And we'll click on that. Look at that. Perfection already, even if they're a little bit down low. So for here, we're just simply going to bring them back into this, right? And vice versa. That will be fine there. That will be fine there. And we'll figure out what other cool things we will need in the future. So we're just keeping all of this together. It's only costing us $290 some per week. And here we are in the first 2 minutes of the game, and we've built nothing but roads here in Rikerstown. So as you can see, we pretty much toggled on this terrain so that we can see exactly where things are. And we want to be able to make sure that we also eventually get those set up for the other fun things I want to be able to do. All right. Now, let's see. Got that all cleared out. This is what the main kind of industrial bus and terminals will be like. And I think one of the first things that I definitely want to do is get rid of garbage. So we're going to simply start out with all the free stuff and get these placed into one location at a time. And we're going to try to absolutely use everything sparingly. I don't want to, you know, try to figure this crap out later on. Okay, we actually have everything that we need. We do have farming over here. So more than likely we're going to have to pick a side for farming. So maybe over here we'll do some farming. Because we have all the other areas that are neatly set up for farming, but let's not try to make this, you know, just right here. We should probably, yeah, let's make this area back over here farming, just so that we can actually have a splurge of it and just have it as the little back neck area. Okay, and looks like we do have some ore over here. So let's see what we can do with that. And one of the things I think that we will have to do is definitely take into these other areas for the goods and services. So we do have this guy on this side of the map, and we'll come over here and get this guy on this side of the map so that we can actually make extra money in everything that we do by having two different areas and districts. So here we go. We got these guys here that are set up. We may even eventually add in some extra resources depending on where they are. But it looks like we got oil ore that we can work with. That's not going to be super complicated for us. If anything, we'll be able to do some, you know, fancy terrain leveling and go from there. And this is how we get some beautiful things set up. And we'll just make this farming here. And let's find some more trees. Ooh. Ooh, look at this. More oil. Future oil right over there. Lots of extra money. Boom, boom, boom. Big dollars right there. Okay? And you can call yourself woodland, but you're going to be something else later on. So let's see. Where can we put some trees? Let's grab some trees and get them placed in. Get our landscaping, get our trees, get them placed in. Turn on our beautiful little elevation map so that we can actually see where these guys are. Looks like this might be a good little area for some trees. So we're going to grab the big brush. There you go. Shake them down. All right. And we'll check out our resources now. And, oh, see? Beautiful trees just magically appeared. So, here you go. Tree, tree, tree. And as you see, this is getting us set up for what we're going to do in Rikerstown. And one of the cool things that we definitely want to do is also set up a future campus area for these guys over here. And we kind of want it to be in the center of things so that people can actually, like, have a way to get there. Now, one of the cool things that we definitely want to do, right, is have this as its own little district here. All right. And then we can actually just bring this over into this area. Right, and there we go. And we'll create this little area over here. And if you don't know why I'm doing this, it's mainly so that I can also then pick up where I want, like, our industries and stuff to pretty much go. And I want to be able to maximize all of the efficiency I can out of these by zoning them in as quickly as possible. So for this, one of the cool things I want to be able to do is make sure that we have an organic district, a leisure district, a tourist district, and then a nice little district for, you know, our IT. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're doing. And for these, we want to make sure that they're also self-sufficient housing, and we're going to leave this one as not sufficient, but it will help us in the future. So here we come and go. We're going to also set up this little area. So as we get into the other little fine things that we definitely want to be able to do, we're going to see how our episodes get built here in City Skylines. So we do have another little farm area. Looks like we can actually get this set up over here for the future. So with that, one of the things we could do is also get them set up with its own little district and valley right over here. And to pretty much interconnect these areas, one of the things that we should probably think about doing is throwing in parks so that it's kind of along the water lines here. And this will also help us make sure that these people have ways to cross into these areas to make sure that their goods and services get from point A to point B. So we do have 1, 2, 3. We have basically city parks, amusement parks, zoos, and nature reserves. So looks like we got city park, we got this here, and we're going to set this one up as our zoo. And then as far as our nature reserve, let's clear this all out. All right, and find a nice little area to have as a nature reserve. So for this, I think one of the best things that we could do is maybe set it up like around the top of this mountain and stuff, so that people can have places to go. Maybe even in the future put in some cable cars and stuff. Okay, but we'll see exactly what happens and when we get there. But just is just pretty much a general idea of what we're thinking about what we could do, and then go from there. I think that would really help us out to basically make life a lot better for everyone so that we can actually see what is going on. So let me get back into what I want, And
Neutral
here
damage.
we go. Not exactly. What am I trying to pick here?
That's earlier. And,
Yep. I picked the wrong thing. Okay. There you go. I wanted to make sure that I can see chat and get everything very well set up for us. So, here you go. We got all of this easily set up here. And it looks like we accidentally made something that we shouldn't make. Right? And here we are with Kent. And I think one of the first things that we should do is get a road set up into Smith, a road into Kent, and a road into Fawn, and a road into Hemlock. So one of the things that I think that we should do is figure out a way for us to incorporate some transit options here. Because right now this road is pretty much all buses. So let's see what type of transit options we do have. We have trolley buses here. And we do have the 6-lane roads. So we can actually set this up here to be trolley buses. So with that, that's what we're going to do. To have like a actual inner area for the community to get to and from places as a centralized system here. Alright, and voila. Okay, now with that set up, one of the things that we should be able to do is make sure that our buses are able to get connected from point A to point B. And we want this to be a straight road from here to there so that basically we get the loop. So it looks like we're going to need to... This is the little trolley bus thing. There you go. It says that it has to be built on this. La la la. There you go. We now have places for our trolley buses to come in. And one of the things that we'll probably absolutely do is get these guys set up for other things later on. Now we do have some nice 6-way roads to basically kind of bring these guys in. And we're going to basically curve around, get you over to there. We'll get you brought in like we wanted to Fawn. Bring you around. And there you go. Okay, so now we have a kind of centralized road over here. And what we're going to do is pretty much kind of do the same thing with Smith. Bring it around through and under for Kent, and we will go from there. So let's take a quick gander at what we have here. And it looks like we're going to have to dig down for this road. So we'll just pop it under real quick. Okay, and we'll get what we need dismissed pretty much. All right, and we will take this from here. All right. All right. And we'll bring it up so that it's level. All right. So that it has some nice level elevation. We'll come around, bring it in, and we're in. Alright, now one of the things that I am going to tell you is that each of these areas will have like its own little bus, and that's pretty much what we're setting up here. so that we can actually get these guys their goods and services in and out of here as efficiently as humanly possible. Right? Right, so that's going to be a little steep route, but it will be okay. We definitely want people to slow down, so if you were playing like Need for Speed, boom, there you go. Now one of the things I definitely want to do is bring you over and bring you over. Okay, that looks a lot better. And we'll move you to the center of the road, just like anyone else would. Perfectly supported. There you go, and out of the way. If anything, let's do the Control C, Control V, and we'll just put you in as a double right over here, and right over there. We will grab you, get out of that, and grab our little move it tool and bring it down so that it's actually hidden and not sticking up. Alright, so now we got these guys all easily set up. Too easy. Come over here. There you go. Nicely done. And yep, we're doing alright. It's a little close, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, it will be okay. Alright, so let's basically try to merge this out with just a smidge. Bring you over. That looks a lot more decent for us. Sharp turn here, but we're basically going to break things over and off into this area. Now, here's the cool thing. We are demanding pretty much a lot of transit opportunities, and it looks like we actually forgot to upgrade something. There you go. Alright, and now we can connect this. Okay, well, into there. You know what? Forget it. We're going to connect you into there so that when y'all actually turn, you dum-dums actually have like a place to actually mosey around. Alright. There you go. We'll figure you guys out. See? So now when people come in and turn over, we're not going to have to worry about them flipping all out and breaking things. Too easy, right? Just like we have this like little extra node right here so that these folks can actually get from point A to point B. Alright, so we do have that set up. They're complaining about water and all the other cool things that we're going to provide them. But we do have the trolley bus lines. So one of the cool things that we're going to be able to do is also grab our little road here. We're just going to grab a regular road, and not a tiny road, but a regular road, and we're just simply going to bring it like around here so that we can also like bring in like our like little bus depot area, because we want to be able to drop that in here. Okay, we don't want, you know, these folks to go far without any of their BS. So here we go. We're going to make sure that we get a nice bus city terminal. Looks like it's kind of says that it's too steep, but we could put one here. But that's also like metro and stuff. Kinda really don't want that, do I? No, I don't. So that's metro and bus. That's a little too far for people to go. Let's see. Non-stop bus terminal. One of my favorite ones. And we can actually get these guys set up right in here. Okay, and we need a inner city. So we want to be able to get them set up. And this is where we're going to basically take a simple road here. Okay, and drop them in. Not what I wanted, but we can actually fix that real quick by telling them that you're coming up. Alright, and this is where folks will then, you know what, let's just make this upgraded already. There you go. Alright, and we're gonna take our little bus. We'll leave some room for those folks right over there. Inner city. Oh, this is metro. That's the inner city bus. Okay, so bye-bye to you. We also want our metro. See, that's train, ferry. Okay, let's see what else we have. There's gotta be something cooler around here. Train, crossover, old market, glass box. Ooh, yeah, I do remember this. Sunken metro. Yep, not doing that one, not doing that one, not doing that one. Dual platform. Let's click on these. Metro Plaza, Terminal, Old Market. Okay. So, looks like this is definitely going to be one of the best options that we do have for these guys, and I want to be able to bring them into this area. Now, the cool thing is which way do I want them to go? Because these guys are going to go very far. So, yeah, let's go with the 3 this way, and actually 3 this way, 3 this way. Okay, so we know which way to put this. Okay, and we're going to take you. We're going to basically bring you around, snug you over, snuggie. Alright. There you go. Bring you over. Got you all mapped in. Like so. So now these people can walk and walk and walk. Let's get, you know what? Let's just put it back in there. For that bus. Alright. The big inner city bus terminal or whatever. Inner city bus station. Let's see. That's the biofuel depot. Let's see what we have here. Nothing cool. Bus, bus, bus. Bus station. Oh, I remember what it was. Metro. Nope, nope. We wanted the big bus inner city one. That's right. We're actually going to put it over here so that we can actually get all the other things hooked up. So, trams we're not worried about. Train we'll worry about later. Because I don't even know where the trains are at this time. But one of the things that I think that we could do is, because this is going to be a cargo area, we want to be able to make sure that we bring in some goods and services and use our fancy underground cargo terminal, if I can find it. Let's see. Where'd you go? Double track. Huge. Okay, that's the big BP. Distro. Okay, it looks like we're just gonna have to do the underground. Let's see if I can find it. Nope. Bypasser. Looks like we might have to add that in our episode. Maybe it was a mod that isn't coming up. Okay, let me just type in cargo. Because this area in Hemlock's pretty much going to be our main area for our industry here. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to find it and get it brought in. And that's our little barge harbor. Okay, so for craps and giggles, we'll leave that where it is right now. And it looks like our little trash guy is doing their job. They do have some garbage with one truck. Okay. So we have plenty of room for bus lines here to pick up here and here. Let's see about finding the city gate. Alright. Let's see. Gate. Oh, I know what it is. It's the arch. There you go. Too easy, right? So now when people come into the city, they'll be able to see how beautiful our area is when they come in. See? Alright, and this will be pretty much like our metro hub and where we're going to be able to do things here in the future. So this is pretty much a general outline of what we're going to be able to do. So what we're going to have to do now is find an area to basically provide us power, water, and of course, you know, start putting in some residents here in City Skylines. So if you like what we're doing, we're setting up our city so that we can see as much growth as possible, get some lines set up. And that's one of the first things that we're actually going to do here. So let's grab our little trolley buses here. We're simply just going to grab one. We're going to bring it in this way, over here, over here, over there, bring it back, and we are, come on. Okay, it looks like we're going to need to figure this out. Maybe we upgrade this. Alright, and then we can take that. Okay. There we go. We got that one completed. Then we're going to take this one. Alright. And we're going to take it into over here. so that we get these districts pretty well set up here. And we want them to try to be as happy as can be for where they're going and what they're doing. So turn you off. And we'll bring you in. And you're done. Okay? So for the next one, we're going to set up is we're simply going to do like an outer loop over here. And we're going to basically kind of stagnate them so that they are doing things elsewhere. So we're going to create a line. We're going to basically bring you in over here, right? And offset you so that these guys have some like overlap between what they're doing. All right. And too easy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab another line, create a new line here, and we're simply just going to have them circle around, drop themselves off here, get into the middle over here, and bring themselves over there. Pick a middle point here. And it looks like what we're going to do is we'll just make this like a short stop for them to get from point A to point B. Alright, and we're going to finish that one. Alright, and as you see here, we're simply just going to go into the lines overview and see how many vehicles each one picks up. So with this, we have just 8 stops. So we're actually just going to make sure that we change all of these lines. So as far as the models and stuff, it's a simple trolley bus. We will make sure that, yeah, we'll make sure that it's just 6 vehicles on all of them. Okay, we'll get them spread around so that we don't see basically a CF of trolleys, because we don't need that. Alright, now one of the things I think that they're suffering from and the reason they're not coming out is because there's no power. So like I said, we're going to basically well, let's just throw a solar cell in here anyway, to basically see. It'll make people feel like they're special in this city, that we're actually providing power this way. Okay? It will look cool. Alright? We're making 8 megawatts and they're only using 4. So now we should see some of this. Let's go ahead and grab in a water tower since that's pretty much going to be an issue here. So let's just throw that right in here. Okay, so that we can put the big city, town, and everything on it. And let's grab another one just so that it's kind of hidden here. We get the little guys to come over here to there, and now we have some water. Now let's see if those trolley buses come spewing out of this now. Not enough heat. Well, I got a solution for you. Policies. Only electricity for heat. There you go. And now those buses come rolling out of here. Beautiful, isn't it? All right. Well, like I said, if you've really loved this episode, where we've started, get these guys going into what they need to do, so that we can focus in on our big mega projects of power in neighborhoods. That's what we're going to focus in on our next episode of Rikerstown now, here in City Skylines with fantasy games with Mia, your beautiful host, and of course, we are building it for you. Have a great day and a great night wherever you are.